And I'm like, you're married? Married to who? When? Like, what do you mean you're married? Haribo, nange downplay lento, nange downplay.
Taking notes on my keyboard. What you bothering me for? There's a room full of niggas. What you following me for? Say no fucking sing along.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kwazeybear, also known as Kwazeybear on all social media platforms. Do subscribe, be a part of this family, and if you're a returning subby, welcome back, darling. It is vlogmas, and of course we were gonna have a story time in vlogmas, like, of course. So we are here for our fourth or third vlogmas video, and it is a story time, you guessed it. So let's get right into the story time. A reminder that I will constantly remind the girlies is fear men with your entire existence, because you okay, so all of my story times are from way back, okay, way back then. So this story time is about how I dated a married man by mistake, guys. It was a mistake. Okay, so me and my sister were invited to an event. A DJ friend of hers, I'm going to call him DJ Mngani, right, invited us to an event in Pretoria. I'm not sure whether it was Garankuwa or Soshanguve, but in somewhere, okay. So we were invited to an event and he was going to be DJing at this event. And you know how like DJs don't like go to events to spend like the whole night there. They go there just before they play their set and then afterwards they're out. So basically he was like, no guys, it will be a quick in and out, come with me, let's go have some fun. We were like, showcase sharp. We go with him to Pretoria, and when we get there, it was about an hour before his set, right? So we got there, we were given a section, a VIP of course, and I remember that they gave us some platters, some meat platters, and uyawazi amantombazane amazulu, ungasho amantombazane, niyawazi amazulu nenyama. Oh, we ate those platters up, child. And the platters came with drinks. It was bottles of champagne and stuff. So we had a ball that night. So whilst we were still chilling, having the platters and eating and stuff and having conversations with the other people that were there, these two guys walked in, like just past our section, right? And when these two guys walk in, you know, like when you lock eyes with a person, you like lock eyes and there's this immediate connection. That is what happened with one of the guys that was walking in. And then as soon as he walked in, he came to our section. So I was like, oh, okay, he's friends with DJ Mngani, all right? So DJ Mngani takes high fives with these guys and then he starts introducing them. And it's like, oh, this is my friend Ubanbani, introducing my sister. And then this is her sister Unogwaz. So the guy greets my sister, like shakes her hand and then comes over to me, and as he's shaking my hands, he takes a moment. There was a moment, like he holds my hand for like a couple of seconds, and like we're looking at each other, and like he's like, I'm gonna call him MacGyver. I'm MacGyver. And I'm like, oh hi, Nogwazi. And then he sits next to me, and guys, immediately I was just like 1 + 1 = 100, okay? Because the guy was good looking, he was dark. I love dark guys. He was dark, he was buff, he was dressed well, and he smelt scrumdal yum yum, okay? So the guy comes, sits next to me, the other guy sits next to him, and we're sitting. He's like, what are you ladies drinking? I'm like, no, we're having champagne. And it's like, oh, okay. Couple of minutes later, bottles of champagne coming to our table, and I'm like, okay bro, I see you. Shapu. As the night goes on, it's closer to the time that DJ Mngani needs to play, and there's a few more people at the table now, like some girls and a couple of guys, and it's a vibe. It's really nice. DJ Mngani plays his set. It is fire. It is happening, like literally zia hepena, okay? Plays his set, it's fire, and then he's like done, and then he comes back to the table and is like, guys, are you ready to go? And like, yeah, we can go. sharp, and then we sort of like say our goodbyes to the people that we were sitting with. Oh guys, it was nice meeting you, but we are leaving now. So the guy's like, oh, you're leaving, but then who are you gonna leave these bottles of champagne for? Because I bought them for you guys. And I was like, okay. It's like, at least take one bottle each home, yabo. And we're like, oh, okay. So we take these bottles, and it's like, do you mind if I walk you home, walk you out? And I'm like, no, I don't mind, you can come. Sharp, he takes the champagne and carries it for me. Carries it for me. We walk to the car. Sharp, we get outside. We get outside and we start talking just outside the car, saying goodbyes and stuff. And then he asks for my number. I give him my number, and fast forward, we are now fully talking and fully seeing each other. So in us fully seeing each other, yeah, we call each other every now and then. I don't really call him as much. He calls me a lot. And remember, guys, when I told you guys that there was a stage in my life where I was a serial datist, I think this was somewhere amongst that time. So I was just like feeling the waters with this guy. He would call me there and there, and yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't calling him a lot, but we were basically dating. Sharp, he'd take me out like on lunch dates and whatever. And the places that he used to take me to were like, you know, like top secret kind of locations. But I thought it was nice because it was really nice places. It's just that I was not familiar with them. Yeah, well, he would take me out to lunches, he'd take me out to dinners, and sometimes we'd go out like late, ne? And every time we'd go out late, he would just be like, oh, I'm lazy to drive to your place then back to my place, so can I book you a hotel nearby? And he'd always book me like proper hotels for me to sleep in. But then the first 2 or 3 times he would book me the hotels and he wouldn't join me. You know, he would just book me in, and he'd be like, no, I'll come in the morning, you'll tell me when you're ready, and then I can come pick you up and go drop you off back at home. And I'm like, oh my gosh, such a gentleman. And at first I thought, he is such a gentleman, he's not pushing this agenda of us like spending the night together and whatnot. So I was cool with it at first. And then after months, and I think like 2 months or a couple of weeks, or a month and a half or something, I was just like, no, why does this guy not want to spend the night with me? Like, am I the drama? So after he had done this like 2 or 3 times in the 1.5 months that we were dating, I was just like, no man, we're dating, we're proper dating, and this guy is always like booking me into hotels, like especially like he used to take me to places that were far from my place. I used to stay in Centurion, so it would either be like or Pretoria, but far, like Pretoria side, and he wouldn't want to like drive, and he used to stay Pretoria side, so he wouldn't want to drive to Centurion then back to, you know, it didn't make sense. So he would book for me, and then he would just leave me, and then the following morning call me and be like, okay, I can take you home now. He'd come take me home, and I'd just be like, conte off. So when I stopped being ignorant, I eventually was like, no, I need to ask this guy what's up. Like, why doesn't he spend the night with me when he books me into hotels? So this one day, after spending the night in the hotel, I then just decided, let me just ask him. I'm like, what, baby? Why is it that when we go out, especially like at night, you don't spend the night with me? And also, I had never been to his place, you know. And then he's like, no, the reason why I don't spend the night with you is because I'm married, with a straight face. And I was like, angzwanga. Yo, like what? Guys, please understand when I say he said this with a straight face. He was like, no, I'm married. And I'm like, what do you mean you're married? One, this guy never wore a ring. You couldn't even see, you couldn't even see like sunburn on the finger or anything like that. Nothing. And I'm like, you're married? Married to who? When? Like, what do you mean you're married? And then he just starts casually explaining the situation. He's like, no, I'm married. I've been married for this long, but I won't lie, I'm really interested in you. You seem to really like grab my attention and what. Like, I'm really into you. And I'm like, Aibo, what do you mean you're married? Like, no, you can't be married. I don't know, serious, I'm married. Like, abe straight in Jupru, angele the way ingunga kona, uhlala no wife wakhe, that's why he doesn't spend the night. Hlampe he would spend the night, hlampe once in angazi how long, but nje most of the time he needs to get back home to his wife. Aibo. So in my shock, I'm just like, hey, well, I can't believe this, and I can't believe you didn't tell me this. That's no, it's never come up. So yeah, well, there wasn't. Kids, no, you can't say there wasn't a reason for you to tell me. Like, this is something serious. Like, what from the get-go. By the way, I'm married. Decided me if I want to be in the situation or not. And he was like, you know what? I understand that you're shocked. I'm like, shocked, shocked is an understatement, my brah. Shocked. Hey, bo. Nange downplay lento. Nange downplay. Shocked. Hey bo, kathi mina yeah, I am like shocked vele. Athi no, I understand you're shocked. I'll give you time to think this over, but I'm really into you. I really like you, and da 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 da. I can't mention anything about leaving his wife. Thank goodness he didn't, because that would be a lie. Anyway, get him in. Oh, okay, sharp. No, you know what? We'll talk. Yeah, well, it's bye bye. Sharp. He leaves, and I decide from that day. I'm like, no, this guy meling pum again. Vele, it wasn't like anything serious yet, but meling pum again. Sharp pum again. I start like withdrawing. Yeah, withdraw. Slice it out. I start withdrawing. I start like really not entertaining him much, and. Drama, like I just start like not entertaining him, and he eventually gets the picture. Well, at least I think he gets the picture. So that is my story time, guys, about how I dated a married man by mistake. I seriously had no clue, but we were dating. We were full on dating. And I had no idea. And I don't judge people that date married men, because I don't know what the situation is. Like, in the bazawant to guys on, but I don't think in their rights. I don't think in their rights, regardless of what this man tells you about the wife, because they will always say, oh, things are not going well. Oh, I'm gonna leave my wife for you or whatever. But guys, it's a scam. It's a scam. But I can judge. But personally, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea to date a married man, no matter what the circumstances are. Okay, so I don't advise it. So that is my story time. I dated a married man. I didn't know, and yes, ngaphuma again before things got bad. But isona lesi story time sami. I hope that you guys enjoyed the story time, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, before December uphela, before the end of December, I'm gonna bring you guys a story time about this very same guy, MacGyver, and how he almost messed up my brand new relationship with a new guy because of his jealousy. Oh, you guys are never ready. Anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.